Greetings, everyone. Welcome to... UK Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Here we go. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Tonight, I'm looking forward to this break. You're going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
In for San Antonio, number 1, Victor Wembanyama.
Back to Kidd. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. It's stolen by Johnson. He's all alone. He no good. Here's Anthony. Outside Kidd. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Edwards. He takes it in. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's Tatum. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And an efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
Now here's Johnson. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Pass to O'Neal. Outside Edwards. Tries again. And Edwards slams it in.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
No good there with the step back J. Inside. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And here's Anthony from the arc. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Pass to Wembanyama. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. The shot comes out. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for Minnesota. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And they lost that last game by a slim margin, and you can't help but think that if he had a better night at the strike, the result could have been different.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Five to shoot. Puts up a deep three. He grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 4. To the middle. Here's O'Neal.
Guys, I feel bad for the rim on that one. Shaq is one powerful dude.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Going inside. Minnesota with the rebound.
Try to get spicy and totally lift, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Shot's good by Anthony.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Kevin, back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Kid, no good.
I'm shocked that he didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. He is just always a step ahead of the defense. Magic runs this offense with absolute precision.
Outside Durant, sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Edwards. Jason Kidd grabs the miss. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Durant. Here's the three. The rebound by Paul George. Minnesota with the ball to the inside. Olajuwon. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Durant. The three. The rebound by Garnett. Timberwolves leading by 4. Down low. Olajuwon, no luck.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Of all the things that Durant is great at, that pull-up shot is up there. It's devastating if you're a defender.
Johnson. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Minnesota?
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
And then Malone with the dunk.
Something we don't always talk about with Davis because he's so talented is his elite understanding of the game, his basketball IQ.
Barkley inside. And then Barkley with the dunk.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Here's KD. Olajuwon with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Fader on the way. Havlicek with the rebound. San Antonio trails by 3. Pass to KD. Steps back and fires. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it feels like he's forcing things, which will happen. He's trying to help his team.
Still, to this day, RJ, Kevin Durant still seems matchup proof.
Well, yeah, because nothing's changed with his height and the skill. That quick release and his competitiveness, oh, it's the same as it's ever been.
And it's Moses Malone with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here to the paint. Look out, Rim. Here comes Shaq.
That'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Wembanyama looking it over. Shoots over O'Neal. And Wembanyama gets it to go.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
And the dunk by O'Neal.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Davis. Carter pulls it in.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
The wide open look here for Anthony. That's good. And it's Peyton with the assist.
Quick thinking from Anthony. He's so good at going right up with that shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now Anthony defending. Here's Carter. The rebound by the Spurs. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He's got 5. Pulls up on the wing. Yep, that one goes. And now just a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters. An elite-level scorer who gets plenty of opportunity.
Pass to P. Takes the 3. Tries it again. O'Neal, no good. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Spurs. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Going with an almost entirely new group here. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Here's Garnett. Oh, Garnett, aggressive.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
1:12 left now here in the second. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. It's on Anthony Edwards. The Spurs shooting their first free throw this game. Now Johnson. Outside Edwards. Garnett, the screen. Shot from 16. The rebound by the Spurs. Spurs working the ball around now. Shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 6.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Pass to B from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Driving inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
For San Antonio, they shot just one free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Edwards.
Reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Pass to P. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Anthony.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Off target with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Garnett. Good on the shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Kidd. Johnson with the block. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. No one near Payton as he lets it go. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
The shot from Payton right now, so pure. Even without a lot of time to get set, he's able to make that one look so smooth.
Here's Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim. When you think Vince Carter, dunking is probably the first thing that comes up. But Vince is also someone who can be a first option. Tremendously talented.
Payton's shot is off.
Rough start to the second half for them. Only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
And that one drops.
Oh, I like that. Good read by BC. An elite, big-time scorer with versatility.
Out to Anthony. Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got 10 points in the game.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. San Antonio trails by 4. 16 feet away. Anthony's shot is off. So it's Minnesota now. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. The shape. Garnett with the block. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. So it's the Spurs now. 4-point game. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama down low. Elijah Wan with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Elijah Wan does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Julius Erving.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but He was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
Right side, SGA. Here's Carter. Minnesota again turning it over.
The ball goes to San Antonio.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 3. Left side, Davis. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Carter with it. He's picked up by KD.
Oh, look, a block from AD. That's a shocker.
Here's Durant. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
4 on the clock. Here's Carter. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The #1 thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen. You gotta love how George always keeps his options open, willing to make the right pass.
Durant's shot is good.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
3-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Olajuwon missed foul.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
The Spurs shoot the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Left side, Edwards. At the elbow, Olajuwon. Edwards looking it over. Shoots over KD. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's San Antonio as they end.
41.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Upside Kid. The kick out to Tatum. Paul George with the steal. And the foul on Magic Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one play.
Outside Kid over Johnson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Rebounded by the Spurs. And here's KD for 3. Here's Malone. And Malone slams it home.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Up top, Edwards. Johnson outside. Over Tatum. And the shot is long. Spurs leading by 4. This one for 3. Olajuwon grabs the miss. The kick out to Tatum. Durant wide open. He fires. It's good on the putback. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, they're continuing to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
So both teams changing it up here. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
All right, Allie, thank you for that. A moment for an injury report.
Hey there. Well, Minnesota's head athletic trainer gave me an update. All signs point to a high ankle sprain, something that they're going to have to be very careful with. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to turn up the second half of the season. This is a story that we'll be following very closely.
Good information as always, Allie. We thank you.
Yeah, it's always good to get a little bit more clarity on that situation.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
SGA on the drive. Good on the bucket.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drive, something to admire.
Payton looking it over. And he misses the J. Minnesota trails by 6. Johnson with it. Lets it go from 14. And that one is good.
Big shot maker. When the game heats up, so does magic.
Outside Anthony. Getting crafty. Garnett with the block. Outside Jordan. Garnett trying to break loose. And the layup is off. Spurs leading by 4. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately.
Substitution on the court.
And Benyama outside. And the foul on P.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Now here's Kidd. 6 to shoot. Shoots. Buries the jumper. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer from Minnesota.
Oh, look out! Look out!
Okay, I see you. Okay, KD put a little extra on that one.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Here's P. Oh, that was a two-hander.
Oh, yeah, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Tatum! Off target from outside. Minnesota trails by 7. No good from 3. 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. KD looking around.
Timberwolves foul. Paul George. First personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Offensively, Durant might be the most unguardable player in NBA history. He can shoot, dribble, pass, drive, you name it. Everything he does it at a high level on top of being 7 feet tall.
tries it from 19. Count the basket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
12 seconds left in the game. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Johnson surveying the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass. One thing to watch tonight, RJ, both these teams are great passing the ball. They really rack up the assists.
These are the type of teams you want to play for because you know what? If you pass it, the ball will find you again.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Minnesota. And there it is for him.
Magic Johnson.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up.
Oh, what?
That is powerful. Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Anthony up on top. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And it doesn't get any easier for Carmelo. Love seeing him go up strong inside.
Johnson outside. Screen by O'Neal. Johnson attacking. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Pass to Anthony. Sweet move. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
Back to O'Neal. And stolen by Wembanyama. Doncic's left side. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Driving inside. Shot clock at 6. Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Kicks it out to Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Tatum. Over Edwards. Tatum no good. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Edwards. Now Shaq. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. His team is facing off with the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. As far as how they plan to defend him, coach said it'll be a team effort. They plan to rotate who has him defensively, and coach's words were, Ant is so special. You have to guard him with the numbers. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Magic Johnson.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
1:31 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Kidd. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's Durant with the drive. Good D by Olajuwon.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Trying to get open is Davis. Durant, no good.
uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time. Look, I'll give him an A for effort for trying to dunk through the defense, but maybe he should ease up on that one just a little bit.
Hands it from downtown.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Carter right side. Malone with the block. Payton surveying the floor. Now Kidd. No scoring in this one. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Spurs lead by 1.
Minnesota 12.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Outside for Kidd. Off target from three-point range. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. That's a floater go. No good. Shot missing. And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
The shot by George, no good. San Antonio leading by 4. Outside, KD. Outside, Malone. KD looking around. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Johnson outside. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jason Tatum keeping the main thing the main thing. He said there are...
What a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Here's Payton. Makes it off the glass. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside Irving. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Into the lineup for your Spurs.
San Antonio leading by 4. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. The three. And that one's good from Havlicek. Havlicek's got himself on the board with 3 there. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. You need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Oh, 3-ball, Wembanyama!
With very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's P. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Garnett. And it's Luka with the rebound. And so Doncic will bring it up for San Antonio. Pass to Havlicek. And the foul on P. That's his first foul. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's Anthony. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. 6 to shoot. Steps back and shoots. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Magic driving in. Count that one. Johnson's got 8 points.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Takes a step back. Here's Edwards. A rebound by the Spurs.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And that's on about San Antonio will retain possession. Doncic looking it over. With the fadeaway. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Minnesota trails by 7. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Johnson. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Anthony. And the Spurs scoring again.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him. And when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Outside Edwards. One second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Spurs leading by 9. And here is Doncic. And it's San Antonio with another.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities, or he's going to burn you.
Richard, what do you see in what Luka Doncic sees on the floor?
Well, Kevin, I think he's tracking all 5 defensive players and all 4 of his offensive teammates. He always seems to find a way to get players involved.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
And Tatum pulls it down. And here's Anthony from the arc. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett.
Substitution for your Spurs. Number 5, Jason Kidd.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Outside Tatum. A three-pointer, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's P. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Outside, KD. Pass to Wembanyama. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Garnett outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Jason Kidd.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Free throw drops for Garnett. Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Spurs leading by 13. Now here's Kidd. Still without a basket. Basket counts.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The high post shot. And it falls over the rim and in. SGA's got his first basket.
A much-needed bucket after clanking their first 4 shots.
Here's Davis. Davis working in the paint.
And Davis has added strength over his career. Really helps him inside.
And Gary Payton is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
Bumping, battling down low. Gary Payton is more than comfortable in those situations.
This is his first free throw of the game. Good on both. Minnesota trails by 15. Right side, SGA. Pass to Olajuwon. Now Irving. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Payton outside. For 3, Kidd. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.